wanted to introduce ourselves and let you know a little bit about us and about our homestead, what we offer, what we don't offer, what we're going to offer in the future, where we came up with our name, and just some little bits of tidbits of information. Okay, so we're a family of 6. I have a 17-year-old, soon to be 18. I have a 16-year-old, soon to be 17. I have a 13, and I have an 11-year-old. We are a blended family. We're my husband and I, and we have been very, very blessed with some good kids, even though some days we don't think so quite so much. We are on about 9 acres. We have purchased my husband's grandma and grandpa's place. And if you know anything about your older generation, they always kept everything. They never knew when they were going to need something, so they kept literally everything. So that's kind of the problem we're walking into whenever we've been looking at our property, is that there's literally something everywhere. We have hogs, which we utilize for meat, plus we also utilize them in the reproductive process. We sell them. We also raise them for other people. They purchase the feed, and for a certain fee every month we raise them, and then they go to butcher once they reach the weight that's necessary. We also have chickens. Chickens we utilize for their eggs, but not just for their eggs. To eat, we actually utilize the eggs to incubate, as well as the meat for the the birds themselves. We also have rabbits. My youngest has actually decided that the rabbits are her babies, and so she has taken them under her wing. Everybody has a name. I don't even know how many we have. We have enough anyway. And what she does is she has taken control of feeding and watering and maintaining them when she is home and she's not at her mom's. My husband, whenever she is gone, does take care of them, and whenever it's time to breed and all those things, he takes care of that as well. I am a nurse, and I am working a lot of hours right now. I am not exactly sure who said they wanted to be a nurse during a pandemic, but apparently I drew the short straw. I love what I do. I know each and every day I'm making a difference, and I sometimes work 100 hours a week. Sometimes I get lucky, really lucky, and I get to work less than that. But today is actually one of those days I'm actually heading down a day early so I can rest before working a 20-hour shift tomorrow at one of our homes in crisis. I mostly do long-term care. That is kind of where my heart is. I believe that we are put in places for a reason, and whether it is to be someone else's family or it's to give them love that they need, that they normally would not need, that is my purpose. These folks haven't seen their families since March, so it has been a little bit crazy. Anything that anyone can do to put a smile on one of your long-term care residents' face, please, I strongly suggest you do it. Whether it is just a card, whether it is getting poster boards and putting it on the windows, whether it is coming over and doing a window visit. Unfortunately, a lot of people, because of the cold here in Missouri, haven't really been as dependable to visit their loved ones. Some of their loved ones have been really blessed, but for the most part, because they have to stand outside right now, because of COVID being what it is, they have not had that opportunity. So one thing I would ask is, if you have a loved one in a long-term care facility, do something small. Mail them a care package. pictures in it, or really anything. If they have a special snack that they like, mail them that. They need all of the encouragement, all of the support that they can get, because they haven't had that relationship in so long with their family members. And that kind of comes us around full circle to how we actually got our name. Sowing seeds is actually taken out of Matthew. It's Matthew 13, 31 and 32. And what it talks about, Jesus is talking in parables, and he's talking about how the mustard seed is the tiniest seed, and it grows into the largest tree for the birds to sit on and everything else. And we want to sow seeds, whether it is you sending a love note to your loved one that's in a long-term care facility, or you coming to a window, or you putting a poster on their window saying, "Hey mom, we love you," or "Hey dad, we're thinking of you, we miss you," or sending pictures, or sending a care package, anything like that. That is sowing a seed. It's sowing a seed to us that work there and are all the family they have right now, who is trying to motivate them and make their life worthwhile so they don't give up and they don't become depressed. I have tried throughout the years to teach my children to sow good seeds, and in sowing good seeds, you get good in return. So my kids are kind of like my mustard seeds. They're growing and they're changing, and who they become today affects who they're going to be later on. I don't want them to be bitter. I want them to be positive, and I want them to have good fruit and them to make a difference. I don't want them to be disgruntled and grouchy and sour all the time. And I always told my kids, when you do good things, there are good consequences, but when you do bad things, there are bad consequences, and it's the same thing. I want my children to be able to put good things out there. And they may not always see everyone that it touches, everyone that it affects, and that is okay. But I want them to be the change in this world. With the negativity, the political issues, and everything else, they can be that small change. And it may just be a change to one person, and if that's all it makes a change for, it's okay. I want it to continue from there. We are also this year going to do a raised garden. We are going to start one. We have attempted multiple times to plant in the ground where we are, and unfortunately, it doesn't matter how many times we till, or we disc, or we till, we cannot get rid of the rocks. I think that our place was built on a rock. So we're actually going to do the raised beds. We're going to have informative videos on how to do the raised beds, what we utilize inside them, how to do the greenhouse. We are a family that repurposes everything. So everything that we do, it will be repurposed for the most part, unless it's something we just have to buy brand new. We believe in utilizing what we have on hand, just like our older folks have always done. But we're using things in unconventional ways, and in doing so, we're actually going to hopefully reap the harvest that will be enough that we can, number one, self-sustain, so we can feed ourselves and take care of ourselves, but maybe even bless another family or two. We have looked at a couple different things that over the next few years we have talked about. One would be farmers boxes, whether it is seed boxes. We're going to show how to harvest seeds out of your crop, what a lot of people would call weeds in our yard that actually have medicinal purposes. Kind of take us back to a time when we didn't depend on the pharmacy to utilize, to take care of our blood pressure, to take care of our cholesterol, to, take care of all those pieces. There are all natural things that we can do at home that will actually resolve a lot of those issues or manage them. I have always looked at homegrown before I've looked at store-bought, specifically for my children. I don't believe that the hormones that are being put in our meats and everything else that we would purchase in the store is necessarily something that I want my kids to have inside their bodies. I don't want to have it inside mine. We're really excited about you guys coming along with us on this journey, and we hope that you guys learn something along with us. You're going to see a lot of do's, a lot of don'ts. You're going to see a lot of things that probably shouldn't even happen, but the boys got it under control, or so that's what they tell me. We're really excited about turning this new chapter in our life and living simple. I know that I work a lot, and my husband works as well. He actually works in the logging business, and that is what his full-time, daytime job is. But I believe there is a simpler way. And I believe by being more simple, we can eliminate a lot of the cost that we're spending every single day. But with that being said, it means we have to work hard. And so I want to show you guys a piece of that. We want to thank you for being a part, for coming into our home and being a part of us. And we can't wait to take you guys on this journey with us. We will be having some devotionals. We are of the Christian faith, so we will be having devotionals here and there. And every once in a while, I might even be able to get my husband to do one. It's going to be a little iffy, but it could happen. But we really want you guys just to come in, have a seat, become a part of our family,